Hi all. Today, there are many users are facing issues in completing the lab how to use a network policy on Google Kubernetes engine. Today, I'm going to show you how you can complete this lab. Please make sure you follow the steps carefully so that you can complete this lab. One more thing which you need to remember is wherever you see the command which I'm running in this particular lab session, please make sure you update your region and the zone which has been mentioned in your lab. For example, in my lab, the region and the zone was Europe West 1 and Europe West 1B. So please make sure you update your own regions over there. Great. Now let's start the lab. Now open the link in the incognito window. Now I have the Cloud Shell terminal opened. So what you need to do right now is please proceed with whatever steps mentioned till the task 1. The last step which you would be running in the task 1 is the command make space df-apply. Generally, once you run this command, it takes 6 to 8 minutes of time to create all the clusters, instances, and the firewall rules. So please make sure you wait until that time so that all the clusters are created. So if you see, the command has completed running now. So what you need to do right now is you should go back to the lab session window where you need to click on check my progress to make sure the task 1 is completed. If you forget to do this right now, then you can't make this particular task 1 as completed in the same session. Now the task 1 is fully completed. Let's proceed to the next step. So what you're going to do is you're not going to follow the steps which has been mentioned in the lab. You're going to make sure you're going to run the command which I'm running right now in the session. The first command which you're going to run is the make space df-destroy. The command to execute further, it will ask you to enter yes. Please make sure you enter yes so that the command can continue running. Once you run this command, generally it takes again a 5 to 6 minutes of time to complete. Once the command is completed, you should see the message something like this. It says destroy complete resources file destroy. Now, the next 4 commands which we will be running is to just to re-verify that whether all the resources which was created by the Terraform is completely destroyed or not. So you should see a message saying that either the resource is not found whenever you run these 4 commands. Now let's move to the next step. The first one which you're gonna do is to set the project. Just please make sure you update this command with your project ID before running it. Now let's move to the next step. Here, what we're going to do now is to create the network first. Now, the network has been created. Let's move to the next step of creating the subnets. Now, if you see, the subnets are also created. Let's move to the next step on creating the firewall rules. So, if you see now, the firewall rules are also created. The next step is we're going to create the instance. Generally, it takes a minute for the instance to be created. Once the instance is created, the next step is to run the creating a cluster command. So this cluster command will take more than 5 to 6 minutes for the command to get completed. So wait until the command gets completes. Now, if you see, the cluster has been created. The next thing is we're gonna run few more commands to make sure the cluster is working properly. Great. Now we have done with all the main steps. So now directly you can jump into the task 3 and start running the commands one by one from the labs. Now, if you see, I have run the command to create the services. The service is successfully created. Now let's go back to the lab and click on check my progress to see whether the task is getting completed or not. In some cases, when you click on check my progress, it will show that task is not getting completed. Wait for a few more seconds and then retry. Definitely you should see the task is getting completed. Great. Now the task 3 is completed. You can just proceed with the next steps for the task 4, 5, and 6. The same way, for the task 6, if you see that the task is not getting completed, just wait for a few more seconds and then retry. You should see that getting completed as well. That's it. You're done with the lab. And thanks for watching. Still, if you're facing any issues, do let me know in the comments. I'll try to help you out.